Greetings, viewers, and welcome to what I'm going to call for now. I'm not going to keep it this name because it's not a very creative name, but the weekly update, which is just, as you can guess, it's going to be a video that I'm going to release about every week. I'm going to try to do it weekly. That's just going to kind of go over what happened this week, what's currently happening, and what you can expect to be happening in the near future. Today's topics, I wanted to discuss Planetside 2, I wanted to discuss what's happening with the Red Alert series, and the future of Planetside 2, what I can see as the future in the game, and in what is going to be happening on the channel with it. I wanted to also discuss Minecraft Hexxit. The things I wanted to discuss about that are the video frequency and kind of what you can expect to be happening in the series in the near future. I wanted to discuss Dungeon Defenders, the leveling sub-series that I did, and the length of the Let's Play. Now, like I said, it may not make sense right now, but I'll get into it in further depth and it will hopefully make a little bit more sense. And I also wanted to discuss the Greatest Moments series, mainly the Jesse Cox and Totalbiscuit Terraria playthrough, and any other series that I may start doing this Greatest Moments thing on. Alright, so we're going to start off with Planetside 2. We're just going to go right here in order, starting with the Red Alert series. Now, if you don't know, the Red Alert series is going to be a straight-on, I should say, was going to be a straight-on recording of an entire alert. And for those of you who don't really play Planetside 2 or don't know what the alerts are, it's basically dynamic objectives that happen within the game, such as conquer this continent or hold all of these points for 2 hours. And then the factions get experience based on how well they performed, like how much of the continent they hold or how many of these points that they have captured and held the entire time, or what have you. So I wanted to do a recording of that, and the reason for that is that during the alerts there is a ton of action going on. A lot of people, pretty much the entire continent, will focus on these main objectives. Outfits will get together, squads will recruit and get together, and there will be tank columns, massive air fights, massive ground battles. All those things that, when you either look up Planetside 2 on YouTube, what a lot of people want to see. So, that was my goal. But, what I discovered on my first few attempts at trying to record it, I usually record about 5 minutes before the alert begins, just to kind of say what we're going to do, welcome everyone, do an intro, and then, just kind of shoot the shit until the alert starts. And then I usually record for about 15-20 minutes after the alert's over, just for me to do a bit of a recap on what happened, take a look at the map, and give my perspective on what happened and why. And then I'll end it, which that will usually make for about anywhere between a 2 hour and 20 minutes to about 2.5 hour long video, which is long enough to record in itself. It's 2.5 hours. And then when it comes to rendering the video, making any edits to the video, and then uploading the video, that's pretty much an entire day gone, to be honest. So when I do something like that, if I know it's going to take my entire day, I want to make sure it's something quality that I feel alright with. Something that I enjoyed, something I feel good about, because that's a lot of time. And when I tried to record these Red Alerts recently, I was not in that state. I did not feel confident with it, I didn't feel good about it. So I just said, screw it, I ain't doing it right now. It's something that's going to keep happening, and unfortunately, very unfortunately, I don't have a fan base to ask the question of, what do you guys want to see? The thing about the Red Alerts, like I said, about 2.5 hour long videos. And I know there's a group of people who would say we want to see the whole thing, but there's also a group of people who would say I don't have the time, or I don't want to sit here for 2.5 hours and watch that entire thing. Some do, some don't. So I was thinking, and it would take a very long time to do, but to do kind of a little bit of 2 different videos for each red alert. I would do the full uncut version and then a highlights reel that would be separate. But again, that's just what I would like to do. That's what I want to do, and what I will probably end up doing. But right now I am just messing around with the format. But it's definitely something I want to do, and I'm going to do at some point in time once I get it all figured out. Next is the future of Planetside 2, in game and on the channel. Now, the future of Planetside 2 to me is why I really want to keep doing it. Because you can watch Friday Night Ops, you can go onto the roadmap, you can see some of the things that the devs say, and it's very obvious that they have months, even years probably, of content that they have planned for this game to be released. It's going to keep growing, it's going to keep expanding for years to come. And that's something that I feel very confident investing time in. Because, I mean, it's going places. And right now it doesn't really get the attention that it should. But I think with the addition of consoles, having the game available on console, and just if the community gets more involved in general in creating videos and all that stuff, it can grow. Because not to say anything bad about Battlefield 3 or Call of Duty or anything like that. They're good games. I've played both of them. But they don't really have that scale. They don't give the same feeling that Planetside 2 does. So I hope that over time a lot of more people will get involved in it, get interested in it, and a lot of people will start playing it. Which I know not a lot of people can now, because Planetside 2, as I'm sure anyone who plays knows, is very intensive on what it needs to work. You can't just play it on any old computer and have it run, because that's not the case. So I'm hoping with the addition of consoles, there will be a lot more people who will jump into the fights and make it more worthwhile to record. That's all I want to say on Planetside 2. Now the next thing I wanted to discuss is Minecraft Hexxit. The video frequency. Now when I say video frequency, I want to discuss how often videos are released and the length of the videos. Videos are going to stay on about the same frequency. I try to upload just 1 a day, and that's it. So that's fine, the video frequency, no problem. But the video length, however, is a bit of a problem for me. It's not anymore, but it was. I think it was the first 2 videos that I released were about 20-30 minutes. That's fine. That's where I want my videos to be, between 20 and 30 minutes. But then the third video, I don't know what happened, I lost track of time, and I recorded for probably about 1 hour and 45 minutes. That's ridiculous. Just like with the alert series, 1 hour and 45 minutes is a long ass time to sit there and watch a video. And that's not something I want to keep. Those lengths of videos for something special, like the red alert. And that's something that I did that I'm probably never going to do again, unless it's a special occasion. This time I recorded after that was probably about another 1 hour and 20 minute long recording session. That, if you haven't already noticed, because I've already released parts 4, 5, and 6 is uploading as we speak, I'm cutting those into different segments. Like I said, between 20 to 30 minutes. And that's what you're going to be seeing from now on. And getting out of video frequency, and we're going to step into what to expect from the Minecraft Hexxit series. As I said before, recently in this video, I do not have a fan base to ask what should I be doing? What do you want to see? What would you be interested in me doing? So I have to kind of do what feels right to me. Which I would do regardless if I did have a fan base or if I didn't. But obviously, there's a lot of people out there who could think of more interesting and a lot more things to do than I can just do on my own. But for now, I'm just going to do what feels right. So I'm going to be trying to set up some decent objectives to complete while I'm doing this series, and trying to accomplish those, because the thing about me in Minecraft, especially with mod packs, are there's a time, there's a part where I go strong with it. I'm really into it, I'm having a lot of fun with it, but that dies off quick for me. And I know that happens, and I know it's going to be happening at some point in time. So I want to set up objectives and try to plow through those objectives so that when I do get to that point where I'm getting a bit tired of recording it, I can say, alright, we're going to hit this last objective, we're going to go hard with it, and that way we have sort of a climactic ending to the series. That way I'm not going through it, I'm not recording it and playing it when I don't want to be, making it less interesting, and it will give the series a good, sturdy, strong ending for when that does happen. So, what to expect, just a little bit of a recap. Objectives and more, consistency with the videos. And that's just basically all I wanted to touch on with Minecraft Hexxit. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's Minecraft. So it's what it is. Everybody knows what it is. The next thing, Dungeon Defenders, the leveling sub-series I was doing before I kind of vanished there for a while. I think I had enough footage for about 4 parts on that, and I've released 2 already. I don't know what happened, but I lost the rest of the footage. Yeah. Shitty, I know. I have no idea. But there was only about 2 more episodes worth of footage. I said I was going to do the entire survival through the entire level until I lost, which I didn't do. It was like a 98-degree day outside, and I was running out of storage space. So my computer was heating up. It couldn't really keep up very well with the game. I was sitting there for about 2 hours, and I just wasn't gonna keep doing it. So I quit. I think I was on about wave 18, I want to say. But yeah, so you're not missing a whole lot. Just about 2 more episodes, maybe about 2.5. So there's going to be no more of that, and we're going to jump back into the regular Let's Play. With the regular Let's Play, the thought occurred to me, how long is this going to be? Because I can continue to play it until I either hit the end of the classic Dungeon Defenders, which is not the DLC missions, or I can carry on into the DLC missions. Right now, I'm probably going to stop at classic. If people want the DLC, and I mean really want it, then I'll do it, because I've tried to do the DLC adventures, and they're hard as shit. So I'm not going to make myself go through that, unless people are like, holy shit, we want it to happen. Which right now, it doesn't look like that'll be the case. So, that's just where that's at. So, just another recap here. Leveling sub-series is done. We're heading back into the normal series, which will more than likely end at Classic. The Classic Dungeon Defenders before DLC. Unless people really want it, and then maybe I will try to do the DLC. The last thing that I wanted to talk about was the Greatest Moment series, which, if you're not sure what that is basically just, I follow a lot of YouTubers, and a lot of them have really good content, and I like to kind of make best of, greatest moments of type series of their playthroughs. I mean, I don't put ads on those, I don't monetize them, I don't really gain anything from them. It's just something I love to watch. I made it mostly for me, but I will upload because I know there are other fans of the series who would like to watch those as well. So that's just why I do that. The one I am currently working on is Jesse Cox and Totalbiscuit, their playthrough of Terraria, the first generation, before they kind of went into the update. I haven't done anything on that for a very long time. I still have some footage of the third part episodes, I think 21 through 30, I think is what I'm at. I still have footage, I didn't get rid of it. I think I'm up to episode 25 now. That is a bit difficult to do. Okay, it's not difficult as in the fact of difficulty, just forcing myself to do it. Because I have to go through, watch all their videos again for like the 5th time, and pick what I feel are the good parts out of it, get those bits out, and then plug them in, edit them, and do all that stuff. So, yeah. It's not difficult, it's just kind of time consuming. It's something that I want to continue to do. I mean, hell, it's by far the most watched things on my channel, which I'm proud of. I mean, that's why I made them, because obviously people do watch them and want to. But it's just time consuming. But it's definitely something I want to do for my own sake because I enjoy watching them. And other people obviously enjoy watching them, and it's just going to happen regardless. So that is kind of what I'm going to stop talking about the Jesse Cox and Totalbiscuit Terraria thing, is that it's going to happen soon. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was Under Greatest Moments. Any other series. At the moment, I'm not looking for anything to do, because obviously I want to finish Jesse Cox and the whole Terraria thing right now. I want to finish that before I move on to something else. And when I say finish that, I mean the first generation, the first thing they did before the update. I'm going to do second generation, just not right after the first one. I think I'm going to try to find something to kind of put in there in between. So, just kind of cutting up the monotony of Terraria. And I think that's everything. That is everything that I wanted to discuss for this weekly update. That's everything that's happening right now. And everything that you could be expecting from the channel until the next update next week. Because who knows? 7 days, a lot of things can change. So I would like to thank you all very much for watching. And please leave your feedback on how you think this weekly update thing is working if you haven't watched it. What you like about it, what you don't like. So just please kind of leave me some feedback if you have an opinion. So, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you next week for the next weekly update.